Reading. What's the first word that comes to mind? Boring? What if I said that reading can provide you with an escape? You probably wonder how. Reading can create detailed imagery, sound, action, and an entire immersive experience using only your imagination. Basically, reading can create a movie in your mind complete with the best special effects the author and your imagination can produce. What? You don't believe me because you absolutely hate reading? Okay, let's look at that. Why exactly do you hate reading? Is it because of what you've been reading? Textbooks can be informative, but they're almost always very dry and full of facts, and there's not a story to get into. Worksheets, these are almost always very boring too, and just want you to fill in blanks and list facts and look at the textbooks. Essays is just more work we got to read from textbooks, and encyclopedias and reference material. This is not the most enjoyable type of reading, and so your opinion about reading is based on work, and just more work. You, my friend, are considered what teachers refer to as a reluctant reader. Now, before you become defensive or disheartened, I'm going to explain. A reluctant reader can be someone who doesn't want to read because they struggle, in which case they need additional help from a teacher to help build their reading skills. A reluctant reader can also be someone just like you that doesn't want to read because it doesn't interest you. You may also find it hard to relate to a story, and this doesn't allow your imagination to create the type of movie in your mind experience as described. So how can we fix this? You can start by finding books you relate to. This is usually done by talking to your teacher or librarian, describing the types of books that you enjoyed in the past, or even the types of movies you enjoy the most. Remember, a good book is like a movie in your mind. So how about high interest books? These include graphic novels, which are somewhat like comic books, but they're still great books to read for fun. Plus, it's easier to imagine the action when it's drawn out for you. Sometimes the book you're reading on your level is just a little too much hard to focus on, and you can't relax and fall into it. So just pick a book on a lower reading level and see how that works. If you're reading for fun, it's not going to be an essay project or a test. Okay, so you need to find a book that contains content that interests you. First, you're going to need to know what you think is fun. Do you like watching television? What about video games? One of the most noticeable things about a video game is that you're in control of the action and the story all the time. If you don't want to save the princess, search for lost treasure, or fight a level boss, you can often find a way around it. A lot of the games today are called open world and let you explore the world of the game any way you wish. Minecraft is one of the more popular games that originally began without any type of story or missions at all. You simply explore, build, fight, and experience the world any way you want. A more recent game is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. And in it, you control all the action. You're free to explore where you want. So, what makes these games so appealing? You control the story. You make all the decisions as the story progresses, and each of your decisions will impact the game story in some way. Maybe you will save the princess, or maybe you will get chased by a wild army of orcs and end up as dinner. But you are the main character. Even though you interact with the game with some type of avatar or character on screen, the character is you. So, now consider if a book gave you the control of the story, with the ability to make key decisions that directly affected the plot or the outcome of the story. Again, this makes you the main character. You decide everything. So, how can you do that? Well, you need to find a way to combine a book with the control of a video game. That has already been done for you with a type of book called interactive game books. They're like traditional books, but they offer the reader the power of decisions that directly impact the story. The way they work is that the book will come to a point in the story where a decision should be made. Should the hero continue on his quest or return home to his family? The book will present at least two choices for the reader to choose, and the choice will instruct the reader to turn to a specific page or to continue the story following a particular choice. Sound confusing? Okay, let's look at an example. In the book, Journey Under the Sea, by R.A. Montgomery, you're exploring a deep sea canyon in a submarine. When you see a grotto in front of you and a stream of bubbles on one side, should you inspect the grotto or the bubbles? Either decision will continue on a very different story path. The grotto will take you to find Atlantis, while the bubbles will have you battling a giant squid and find and survive. There are over 42 different possible endings to the story based upon your decisions alone. Interactive books come in all sorts of subgenres for all types of readers and desires. There are action, adventure, mystery, explorers, fantasy, and science fiction. There is just something for everyone. What is your interest? Think about what interests you the most. Do you like fast-paced action? Do you like solving puzzle or mystery by following the clues? Do you enjoy interacting with the dark and mysterious characters? Immerse yourself in the book. Fall into the book as the main character. Think carefully about your decisions or just go with your gut. Follow the plot until the end, and then start the book again, altering all your decisions, and see how the book turns out then. Which version did you enjoy the most? Or you can check out these websites at Interactive eBooks and Education.com. The following are just a few mini examples of interactive game books that's available in the library. On a 550 Lexile level, you can read You Choose books by Capstone Publishing. The Epic Adventures of Odysseus, Hercules and His 12 Laborers, Jason and the Argonauts and the Golden Fleece are just a few. Now for a lower Lexile level, you can check out Your Grandparents Are Zombies by Anson Montgomery. It's at Lexile level 370. Or Your Very Own Robot by R.A. Montgomery. Here's a few more resources and lists of books by R.A. Montgomery and by Capstone Press. These are all different Lexile levels for whatever level you desire to read. So, remember, find your interest. Give interactive books a try. You may just find your new favorite movie in your own mind.